Well, as I told you, one of the reasons I wanted to move to the cottage was because of all of the wonderful places that I could walk to that were in close proximity to me. All sorts of restaurants and bars and bookstores. And this one is new to me, the Literati Press. It is attached to the Holy Rollers coffee shop. And as I said, it's new to me and it's absolutely charming. I love it. It's got all sorts of different categories of material, but things that really interest me. So I don't know, it's kind of like it's already curated things that are topics of my interest. So I highly recommend for Shop Local Saturday or Shop Local weekend, or just if you are in the Paseo area, you need to pop in here because it's got such unique things. I've already got 2 things up there that I'm going to be buying on the counter. But like as soon as I walked in, I saw all of these books related to kind of gardening and cooking right up my alley. Stuart loved this one because of the cover of it. The graphic design of that is just really incredible. But here's something that I also I'm just so captivated by. I think it is just infinitely interesting and so Oklahoma and so novel. Talk about creativity. These are Oklahoma soil studies. It's a series that is representative of Oklahoma soil deposits from all around the state. And look at these wonderful pigments. I think this is just fascinating. So someone like myself who is interested in just the color of terracotta, you can get these prints here. These are by Ruth Loveland. And I just think as a series, they're incredible. And I'm thinking one of these would look just really wonderful on my gallery wall. A series of them. I mean, and they're really not terribly expensive. The small ones are $50. These are $125. That is something that would just be really up my husband's
yeah, he would love that.
Oh yeah, really up his alley. Here's a book recommendation, by the way, you guys. Lincoln in the Bardo. It may be one of the stranger books you will ever read, but boy, is it captivating, and you will be thinking about it for a long, long time after you read it. It references Lincoln's practice after his son died while he was in the White House. He would go and sit with his son's body in the Bardo, and it's really fascinating and just creative beyond measure. Now let's look at some other things, type of products that they've got here, because it's not exclusively just books, it's just other kind of hip products and things. So I'm already kind of putting together some stocking stuffer ideas. These are just great.
All you have to get for Julia.
Are some of these socks? Okay, so there you go. You can put that on the list. You saw some really fun jewelry and things, but there are prints here. There are, like, I've already found so many books that I want to have on my reading list. Sadly, I can get overwhelmed by having too many books to read, but I did select one. This area, philosophy, politics, sociology, and spiritualism, really spoke to me, and there were a number of New York Times bestseller books in here that I am fascinated with. But there's other things. There's really interesting children's books. So thank you for opening this charming little bookstore attached to Holy Roller. Stuart, you may want to get up a little bit closer because she's not mic'd up. So I'm Linda.
Hi, nice to meet you. Linda.
Nice to meet you. You're Chloe? Well, this is so charming. I can't believe I didn't know it was here. It's kind of tucked.
Yeah, we're a hidden gem. I feel like a lot of people don't know we're here, and then they wander in trying to get coffee, and they find a new book that they were looking for.
Well, and I always thought the entirety of this was Holy Rollers, which is a coffee shop, and they sell pastries and things. But you said 6 years ago?
6 years ago, maybe 7 now, Charles Martin is the owner. He opened up this place. It actually started as a publisher. and then opened up the bookstore, the brick and mortar as well.
Okay, so this used to be a dining area attached to Holy Rollers, and then during the pandemic, it kind of went through a transition.
We started out as like one little shelf in this back room, and it's just kept growing. And
Kept growing.
It's good.
Yeah, no, it's really great, and they have fascinating, these kind of things just, yes, thank you. These kind of things just are so compelling to me. All of these little notebooks and writing accoutrement, I think is really, really fun. And these are the type of things that I love to get for stocking stuffers. And then this whole area, what were you telling me about this area?
So that's mainly where we keep the fiction. Most of our nonfiction is
Okay.
the middle section. So we've got like horror, fantasy, just your traditional literary fiction, as well as my favorite shelf, which is stories that resist classification, which started out as we couldn't figure out where we were going to shelve a certain book. So we just made a whole shelf for those types of books.
I love that.
cool.
And the other thing is I love the small bookshop kind of appointments you've got here, like a summer reading prompt jar where you pull something out and let's try this out and see what comes up. So if you're trying to decide on what to read but you're not sure, let's see, this would prompt me to a book set in the summer. So that's fun, and if I can't come up with something myself, you guys can make a recommendation. Okay, one other thing I want to point out before I check out, these caught my eye, you guys will know why. Are these not absolutely gorgeous journals? Look at these. Is that not spectacular? These are made by, is she a local artist, Sarah Day Short? Oh my goodness. These are just beautiful. And wouldn't one of these just be a brilliant, almost work of art sitting out in my parlor? My problem is, though, I can't decide which one I want. I can't decide which cover speaks to me. What do you think? Help me decide.
No, you were originally leaning towards this one.
So maybe I need to go with my instinct. Okay, I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to get a book called High Conflict, Why We Get Trapped and How We Get Out. Definitely a timely read, written by a New York Times bestselling writer. So this will come up probably on my bedside book table in a coming segment. So there you go. Well, I think put these on my tab. Thanks, guys. You want to check this out. It's absolutely darling. It's in the Paseo and happily within walking distance of my house. We just shot actually a little video in there so that we can put that up for Weekend of Local. Hey guys, hey! Hi. This is so fun. Thank you for hosting us today. So I am here with Leah at one of my favorite, if not my favorite, women's clothing boutiques, women's accessories boutiques in the Paseo area of Oklahoma City and happily within walking distance of my house. So what's the address here so people can find it?
It's 3014 Paseo.
3014 Paseo. So if you guys are coming in from out of town, you always ask me what places to come to shop, and definitely you want to make this a destination because they have so many fun things. I don't know which you will like more, the accessories or the clothing or the gals who will help you find your style. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, good to see you.
Yeah, come on over here and visit with us. So, okay, so I just picked these up and kind of borrowed these. Aren't these cute? So you guys just have so many fun, stylish things at really every price point, which is just great.
That's what we really aim to do. We have things from, the sunglasses here are $24 because it's just kind of a fun accessory. And sometimes you don't want to be serious about everything you buy. You know, you want to have some things that you can kind of play with and try as a different look and a different style. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think it is. That's a great word for this place. It's very playful because so many of us are into accessories, and I wear my clothing for years and years in a way that you can kind of restyle them or reinvent them as just with accessories. I'm a hat gal, so you guys have great
We definitely love hats around here.
I have bought some of those in the past, but it's just eye candy. It's eye candy everywhere you look.
Thank you.
So tell me about how long you've been here.
Okay.
What kind of the vibe, the generation you are trying to target?
Okay. Well, my background too is I've been in retail for about 30 years. I almost hate to put that number out there, but I've worked for a lot of different boutiques. So I've had exposure to all different price points and all different styling of clothes here in Oklahoma City. And so when I first got this business going, I actually started it as a mobile business in an Airstream. And went around town and did festivals and dropped at girls' homes and did big parties that way. And then I have a friend that has a beautiful shoe store down here, and she invited me in, and I had a little space in there and sold clothing in there and put the Airstream away. And then a spot opened up and down the street. So I've actually been in Paseo almost 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
So quite a while, but I've been in this location it'll be 3 years in August.
Okay, so introduce yourself.
I'm Eden Turrentine, and this is my store, Eden.
Okay, and this is?
Natalie. So I work here with Eden.
Okay, she's kind of been working with Leah, so we've got kind of our generation right here and your generation right there. But the thing that I like about it is your stuff, really, Stuart, if you kind of do a pan, it just, I think, it doesn't matter whether you are 20
Exactly.
or you are 65 or whatever. I think the clothing range that you have appeals to everyone, even if your style is bohemian or if it's a little bit more traditional and classic like mine or youthful. I just think that's really, really fun. And it's a great place to shop for gifts and things. So again, if you're coming from out of town and you want to pick up some things, and I'm also trying to primarily encourage myself to start thinking about Christmas already. And because, well, there's great sales going on.
There are
different places right now, so you can pick up some things at a good price point. And Leah and I, we always say we're huge thrifters, but after thrifting, we encourage people to shop local, and then after that, go online if you can't find, can't find what you want. But this is just, it's so fun. So a little bit of my history. Stuart, feel free to kind of pan around and show some really fun things like that ensemble right there. But the first time I came in, you really made me brave. And you may not realize this, but I came in and you had some of those black pleather pants on, ankle length. And I thought, oh, she looks so cute in those. And they're kind of more of a neutral staple. And I thought, well, maybe I can get by with that. I have worn the heck.
It's funny you say that. That's like our #1 pant, and it is kind of a reach for people. And I think that's one of the special things about shopping here is most of the people that work here have a styling flair, and they're not just going to clerk you. They're going to show you how to wear it for your age group and how many ways you can wear it. So basically, in a lot of ways, justify the value behind what you're getting.
Yeah, right. And I think those black pants you were showing me how to wear them with. Leah's dancing over there. You got fun music going. But I mean, you showed me how to style it with tennis shoes and dress it down with a sweatshirt, but I have worn it for speaking engagements. I just shot a commercial and had those pants on. So it's just really, really, it's really fun. And so I think for me, that's kind of what I'm looking for more today, are those kind of really staple pieces that I can zhuzh up in my own way that maybe can transition from one season to the next. And then you might just give us some styling cues, or you might, even say, oh, this might look cute on you, and help us, I guess, rethink ourselves and reinvent ourselves and get outside of our comfort zone. So you want to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is what I mean by really cute stuff. And Leah, this would be your job description.
This is my job title right there.
Yeah. Okay, that is so cute. That is really cute.
I love it.
Okay, let's look some more. And now for what I'm reading this week, and can I just interject right here that it was bad enough when I just had Stuart making fun of me, and now I have Leah making fun of me as well. So I have suffered no end of abuse while I've been sitting on this little couch for the last 5 minutes. You guys feel sorry for me yet? Okay, with this segment, I want to make sure that you guys share this video today maybe more so than any other ones, because I have gotten such good book recommendations with the comments that you add below as to what you are reading. So share it with others so they then will share what they are reading, because I really want to put together a comprehensive reading list. I know right now we're just doing summer beach reading, but ultimately I really like to go into the winter months with a huge reading list and a great recommended inventory of books. So please make sure to share this video with other people that you know that are avid readers or just avid gardeners. Okay, so here's what's on my bedside table right now. When I was out during the walking life, I went by a local bookstore. This is a new one that you will, we talked about, I think, in today's episode. And this one is called High Conflict. I bought it at Literati Press, a darling bookstore in the Paseo, and I have not been disappointed. As you guys know, I think so many of us are concerned about the extreme polarization right now, not only in the United States, but around the world. And this addresses that, and how all of us on one side of the continuum or the other side of the continuum can really, I think, do what we can to moderate and to temper our immediate responses to things so that we act in a kinder way and in a less visceral, emotional, sometimes not very kind way. So this is a great book. It's got great tips. It is author of the New York Times bestselling The Smartest Kids in the World. It is written by Amanda Ripley, and let me tell you, it is great. I highly, highly recommend it. Now, because I always have to balance out my serious reading with something that's kind of fun, I am revisiting a book that I have had on my shelf forever. I think you know that one of my favorite gardeners in the world is Helen Dillon. She is a Dublin gardener. I have visited her garden in Dublin on multiple occasions. She's a gal after my own heart because she sold that very famous garden and she has started another one. I believe she's in her 80s right now. And it is just a wonderful down-to-earth book where people are asking her questions. I think she wrote for a while, she wrote a column in a Dublin newspaper, and it's divided up by month, and it is just so fun. She is so witty, she is so personable, and I can tell you that in real life she is every bit as charming and delightful as she is in print. So I highly recommend any of Helen Dillon's books. They're oldies but goodies. This one is called On Gardening, and can I even say that after I visited her garden, we spent so much time visiting that I lost my driver and she eventually gave me a ride back to my hotel. Yes, was I starstruck? Absolutely. And she was just adorable. So there you go. That is what is on my bedside table and my reading list for this week. Please comment below. We are amassing, Leah, you are helping me amass a really great recommended reading list that we will share. And that reminds me to tell you again, please share this with others that are avid readers so that they can join in on our little literary, that's hard to say, our little literary community here on Signature Style Saturday. Absolutely love it, and I love the fact that these are so comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
They're so lightweight. It's
Yeah.
so flowy and easy and fun, and they just make you smile.
They do.
We
I love
love-
that. They do make me smile. I also love the fact that they are cool, but they still kind of, if you're trying to protect your skin, they still protect your legs, unlike shorts, which are also cool.
This literally looks like an outfit you would wear every
It does
day.
look like an outfit I would wear, and
Yes.
vice versa.
I love these.
Okay, so take it away. What was your inspiration? We gave no input on this, by the
No.
way.
Absolutely. So for Leah, we obviously wanted a bodysuit because that's
Yes.
really in for your age and
Love,
demographic.
yes.
Paired with these fun pants because they're going to elongate so nicely.
Yes.
And then that bow gives you that cinch waist.
Love.
Paired with some super fun hoops, especially with the 3 different hoops. It's all in one. And a pop of color in your sunglasses.
We love a pop of color.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now I
Catchphrase.
didn't really get to see your earrings very well.
That's such a
Okay.
trend, that triple
Yeah.
hoop style. That's
Yeah,
all
that's
in
really
one.
cute.
Yes.
And the
love
fact that
these.
she's got her little homage to turquoise there.
Yeah.
All right, Linda, swap places with her and do
Which
the same
is
thing.
very, very fun. Okay, take it away.
With Linda, we went a little different route. We went with a gauzy type blouse. It has a little bit more body to it. It's a little bit more of a loose fit and flowy. And she did the thing we all love, the little front tuck, where you let it kind of flow in the back. And it just has kind of an unfinished but very casual look. And like you didn't try too hard, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we all want to look like when we walk out the door. And then, of course, with her darling short hair, we popped it with a really fun earring, a great straw bag. And both of these looks would go so well with a variety of shoes. I mean, I can see like a straw platform with
Oh,
these.
yeah. Yeah.
I can see, I mean, if you're tall enough or you want to hem them, you could do them with a little flat sandal too. But I think something about a chunky platform would really set these off.
Yeah,
It would really
I think
show
so
off
too.
The movement in the pant.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it's too, it's the same pant. It's a great pant, a favorite print of mine, by the way, because I think it has a lot of sophistication. And it can go playful and it can go more sophisticated, both directions.
And it's got a retro vibe. It's very kind of 70s,
Yes,
which is
so
so
big,
popular,
yes.
popular right now. Yeah, I feel,
Yeah.
except for I have blonde hair, but I feel very Megan. In Mad Men, in Mad Men, I think it's fun. I also, like I say, I love the fact that it's got pockets. The other thing where you guys are so good is, like, you noticed when I came in that I had great big earrings on. So when they were putting my style together, you went with great big earrings for me, and you went with smaller earrings, more demure earrings for Leah. So I think this is just. These are so cute.
I know,
Now,
we love
we would
them.
be remiss if we didn't talk about this style appointment.
Yes, one of my favorite parts of these pants is there's a seam down the front, which first of all is nice and elongating, but there is a seam across the leg, and then they've gently tucked them. And that gives them just a little bit of a puff or a poof effect that kind of is a feminine look, I think, rather than just being a straight cut pant. Makes them a little bit more special, and it adds just a little bit of detail.
Now, let me ask you this, because there's kind of a rule of thumb that if you're wearing white on the bottom, that you wear a little bit more, a little slimmer on the top. Is that a hard and fast rule, or could I wear something?
I mean, I would do both with those pants. I mean, completely, don't you think? Absolutely.
Because I think I told you that I just bought a white blazer, and I'm wondering if the white blazer would have too much bulk with this.
I don't think it would, as long as you did. If you were leaving the blazer on all day, you could wear a much more fitted top to take away that bulk, obviously, so the blazer lays really smooth.
And I would wear this like to a casual wedding.
Yeah.
I think you could
Definitely
too.
to a garden party, a high-end picnic. This would be great for traveling because it really wouldn't wrinkle too badly. So, okay, I think, ladies, we have a wiener. Okay, so shall we put on our outfit number 2?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Blue or lavender?
Cute.
So what I learned this week is, or what I've really been thinking about, is the importance of sharing your stories with others, so they then will share their stories with you, because I think that's what makes us form connections. It is what makes us feel as if we are a part of a bigger thing, this wonder that is humanity, and it lets us all feel a little bit less alone. And I've in a number of different forums, I've been talking about what the Surgeon General calls a real health epidemic right now, and that is this just epidemic of loneliness. And I think by sharing with one another, sharing our stories, sharing our struggles, sharing our ideas, I have gotten so much inspiration from all of you. I think you have seen how I incorporate a lot of your ideas and recommendations into my own world. They have enhanced my quality of life. And I think if we can share with one another in a not a know-it-all kind of way, but from a spirit of helpfulness, in a spirit of serving one another of how we can share important information. We can share a little bit of ourselves. And I think it's just a wonderful gift, this concept of sharing. It's how Stuart and I became friends, because we just shared, and then you find out what you have in common. So with that sharing, I guess, as a theme, make sure to share some comments below. Share maybe where a friendship was formed because you did just that. I just think it's something I'm a little bit obsessed with right now. So feel free to share this video with others so they in turn can share it with someone else who might be a little bit lonely. So that is my thought and my lesson learned for this week.
Hey guys, it's Leah here. I'm taking Linda somewhere new today. This is the Oklahoma Vintage Market. It happens once a month here in Oklahoma City. I always go, but this is Linda's first time here. Of course, here she is. She's gonna find the flowers first. But this market was started by 2 vintage sellers here, and they bring together over a dozen vintage collectors that sell clothes and other products. There's Linda producing the flowers. And they're passionate about sustainability and vintage clothing. And this is something that other cities obviously have a big market for. There's lots of vintage selling happening in Dallas and LA, but a lot of people are surprised to find out that Oklahoma City actually has a big vintage community too. Here's Linda finding a cute shirt. She was shopping clothes from the 1920s, 1930s. She loved this knit sweater from the 60s. She said it's so cute. Oh, and of course she had to pair it with a floral skirt. She also loved this bright red sweater. Here she is now just shopping. We're gonna go faster here. She loves this little purse, digging through a bucket of clothes, found these jeans from Mud. Y2K and the 90s are very in for the younger crowd as well, so some of these sellers sell those kind of things. But I love that there's just so many decades represented here. We have the 60s. She almost knocked something over, and that's why she made that face. Of course, she found big earrings. I told her that I'm trying to get into big earrings because she's inspiring me to do that. Looking through clothes more. Okay, we love these little knits. These were homemade. So there's vintage sellers and there's also people with homemade items. Here she is trying on some earrings. So mysterious. I love it. More items. Here we had to go back and Linda had to make a bouquet of flowers from Ray's room. We love sustainability and we love that vintage fashion promotes that. Linda's only leaving with flowers today, but you know that I purchased some vintage pieces. So yeah, thanks for following along and we'll see you next time on one of our shopping journeys.
Wow! Who would have thought we could get 2 such different looks with one pant? That's remarkable. So are these just like the black version?
They're just like the black version. They are a summer version, and we even have them in white, ladies.
Oh my
We thought
gosh.
we'd ease into
Yeah.
the color.
Yeah, I
Because
think
they
so.
are
would be a
tight,
lot.
they're fitted, they're faux leather, and they're, as you can see, they're raw cut, and they've got a little flare at the bottom, so it makes it easy with shoes. No hemming.
Yes.
And it shows off your ankle,
there's
which
the
is so
flare.
flattering.
Yeah. And I have worn my other version of this with both heels, with tennis shoes, with
Absolutely.
flats, with booties. And now,
Almost year round too, except for maybe the very hottest months of the summer.
Yeah.
I think you can wear them.
Right,
Because they
right.
do breathe.
yes, because I was going to say, these might be a little steamy right now
Yes,
when it's
yes.
106.
I'd say July, August, September might be a little hot, but the rest of the year you can wear 'em.
Well, a great transition piece and definitely in the spring. And I love the way that you've done it in a more sophisticated style. So talk to me a little bit about how you selected this ensemble.
Well, the print, I love the print in that blouse. I think that blouse has such a sophisticated edge. And I like that it has a little bit of blue, brown, and it picks up the khaki too. Because obviously that blouse, you could put it back with black. so you can get a lot of mileage out of that. But it kind of softens the look of the pant because the pant kind of has a little bit of a rock star look.
Right.
So it kind of softens that edge and gives it a polished look. And of course the white blazer, which everyone needs a white blazer. Again, you can do so much from
I
denim to
I
dressed
think
up
I
to a
told you that I
dress.
just bought one, and what I love about this is when I go out in the evening and I'm in air conditioning, I am freezing.
I agree with
I
you.
am freezing. But this is also very lightweight, and I like the fact that you can just kind of push it up, and I think it would also be really cute over a t-shirt.
Oh, adorable.
And just really kind of fun. You could probably even tie it at the waist. I mean, there's just a myriad ways you could wear this. And then I actually have some sunglasses like this, so it's kind of
Kind of a
I
cute
think.
retro look. And we did the pearl earrings because pearls have made such a comeback
Yeah, they really
this
have.
year.
Yeah.
And I've always loved them, whether they're in or out. To me, they're always in, but I love that they're kind of having a moment again right now.
Yeah, kind of.
And hoops and bold.
Yeah.
So-
Look at your pearls compared to
Yes.
mine.
Yeah. And I love having what I call signature touches, and one of my signature touches in the way I dress is big hoops. I
Yes.
love big hoops, and one of I think Leah's signature touches in how she dresses is she loves scarves.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I think it's important that you kind of speak your own language and things. Now let's talk practicalities. Undergarments.
Okay.
So like this one. Okay, I'm probably going to get all sorts of comments from you guys. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
The wardrobe patrol will be in full force, Leah.
True.
So talk to me a little bit. Obviously, I did not know what I was going to be putting on when I came in, so I didn't have the appropriate undergarments. But Natalie, you were saying what would be a good kind of bra to wear with this kind of shirt?
Yeah, absolutely. So you could do a classic strapless bra with it. There's also a strapless camisole, which kind of gives you a little bit more shape and support that people really like. So that could be a great option for you too, Linda.
Yeah. And in the summer, it might be a heat consideration too. So that's something that you might want to be mindful of. And then let's talk about panties. You were talking about wearing something that's seamless or a commando.
Yes, well, Commando does a
or-
great one, but they're called laser cut, where they really have an edge that's just so smooth, doesn't have a seam, doesn't have like a hemmed edge to it, so it's going to give you really the ultimate smooth look. And I will say these pants, they really mold to your body. Being this pleather, leather-like material, you're not going to be washing them all the time, okay? And you'll notice after you wear them 2 or 3 times, they kind of loosen up in all the right places, and they mold to you. So usually when someone first tries them on and they walk out and they're like, oh my word, I'm like, just give them an hour getting in the car, in and out, and I promise you'll feel more comfortable in them because they'll kind of loosen up for you.
And I can tell you from experience, there is no easier outfit to slip on than a pair of pants like this, a great big sweater, some tennis shoes, a great big bag. I will say with one caveat, there is a downside to this.
Yes.
If you are dining out, I promise you, your napkin will always be on the floor.
Yes.
It slides right off, so just be aware of that. So talk, Natalie, a little bit about Leah's outfit.
Absolutely. So obviously for the little bit younger demographic, we wanted to give you something a little bit more fitted, show off that body.
Yes.
But we also wanted to complement it with a chain link belt that really is going to give you that waistline, give you the accessory, and like Linda was saying, you're a signature scarf girl. So we had to throw in a little
Love
color
the scarf.
contrast.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is really going to take you wherever you're going. You know, the blazer can come on and off, and you've got the hoop earrings for a finished
Yes, I
look.
love these. I love
And-
yours compared to mine. The
Really,
difference, the
you're more
modern.
this type.
Well, I like both of them,
I
yeah.
think, and this is, again, what I was saying is so brilliant. When you come in here, let them help you get out of your comfort zone. Because these, Leah was saying earlier, these are pants she never would have selected. I would have never selected unless I saw them on you, Eden, when I came in earlier. The other thing is you typically wear really tiny
Yes,
earrings.
that's
And
true.
I think you need to break out of that a little bit.
I think I will. I think I will.
Yeah, and kind of go
One of the best
a little bit
compliments
crazy.
we ever get is when someone comes in and says, you talked me into wearing this or that to an event or a party, and they go, everyone came up to me
Yeah.
and told me how great I
Yes.
looked. I mean, honestly, when someone gives us that kind of compliment, which is what you're alluding to, nothing makes us happier. I feel like we went the right direction.
You guys are great at what you do.
Yeah, very great at that.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I will point this out because First of all, you always look through the lens of, do you really need something? And so when I came in, I said, I have a white blazer already. So would you kind of help me think through that and how I can wear it with different things? So my takeaway would be, as cute as this is, I probably won't be wearing this blazer because I've got one of my own, but you helped me come up with stylish ways that I could wear it outside of the box in ways I would not have thought of otherwise. So well done, ladies.
Yes,
Well,
thank you so
well
much.
done. I cannot thank you enough for this fun afternoon.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, way too hot to be out gardening. So go shopping, and by all means stop in Eden's boutique and visit with these ladies. Eden, Natalie, ask them for their advice because truly they are experts in their field. Thank you.
Thank you.